It's not taking any chances. Bark says it won't take any stray animals for a week, why it's closing its doors, and what it means for the animals already there. Plus, Dome coming as we say a final goodbye to the Astrodome as we know it. We verify the myths and urban legends that surround the eighth wonder of the world.
And we take a look at the factors that trigger adult onset asthma, what you need to know and why it's oftentimes misdiagnosed. The News at 4 starts now. First this afternoon, Bark Animal Shelter is taking a big step to avoid the spread of illness between animals.
It plans to close for a week. David Gonzalez live from Bark now to explain why the shelter says these measures are necessary. David?
Jason, yeah, the shelter is going to be closed for 1 week, like you said, starting tomorrow. And they want to assure the public that they have no epidemic on their hands right now, that they're just doing this to be proactive and to make sure that the animals remain healthy. And Bark officials let us know that out of almost 400 animals currently at the shelter right now, 23 appear to be showing signs and symptoms of upper respiratory illness, which could be classified as distemper. Those symptoms include thick nasal discharge, coughing, and also sneezing. Officials say that there's always upper respiratory illness in the shelters, but they're taking this preemptive approach to get ahead of any potential outbreak. The best way to treat it is to take all of the healthy animals out, treat the sick ones, and deep clean the whole facility.
We want people to get healthy adoptable animals. We want our partners that take rescue from us to get healthy animals as well. So we're just going to get ahead of it and get this place all cleaned up and establish some new protocols for intake so that we can hopefully keep the disease down.
Luckily, upper respiratory illnesses like distemper are curable. Officials say that the spike in this disease may be due to an excessive intake of animals that they had this winter right after Harvey. Bark is also working with its rescue partners to house these animals while the shelter is closed. They're asking anyone in the community to do the same by either adopting or fostering these animals as well. Bark also plans to have an adoption event this weekend, and they plan to have adoptions as low as $5. Standing for Houston, David Gonzalez, KHOU 11 News.
And this is a big time for those volunteers to step up and help too. Thank you, David.
A man has been arrested charged with murder after a fight this weekend at a crawfish restaurant. Chambers County deputies say Nicholas Frige got into a fight with another man. First, it was broken up. Then investigators say Frige came back and hit the other man in the right side of his head. That man was then taken to the hospital and later died. Frige, who's 25, now being held on a $200,000 bond. Pulling a man from a twisted vehicle after a wreck involving a Metro bus. That is what first responders did around 10 a.m. on Emancipation in Polk, just east of downtown. After crashing into the bus, the car hit a tree and street light, knocking it down. The driver was taken to the hospital, and at this point, we don't know his condition.
All right, let's take a live look outside right now. It really feels like an extension of the weekend. Pretty chilly out there. It kept a lot of people indoors this weekend, Jason.
A lot of people. So, Brooks, can we expect a warm-up anytime soon?
Yes. Tomorrow will be much sunnier and much warmer, but this is a sight that's become all too familiar. Not the scenic views from the Hotel Gavas, which are always nice, but the clouds. The clouds have been socked in for the last couple of days, and that's kept those temperatures down as it reflects the warming sunshine, that strong April sun, and the clouds aren't going anywhere. From underneath the clouds, we had the mist, we had the drizzle this morning, making for wet roadways, but since then, most of that has ended. The roads have dried out, but it still remains cloudy. That said, let's talk temperatures. We're going to wish we had weather like this in a couple of months when it's hot outside. 62 at Spring and in Houston, 60 at Friendswood, 65 in Conroe. We've had a couple of sunny breaks far north, and that's allowed things to warm up there a little bit more. So we'll see about 60 by 9 o'clock and 58 by 11. Coming up, I'll show you how fast that warm up comes. But guys, we're not done with the cold air yet. Wait till you see what happens on Friday night.
Oh, can't wait. Thanks, Brooks. Today is the day so many longtime Houstonians have been waiting for. Heading back into the Astrodome. That is right. Thousands of people now getting that chance.
The event is called Dome Coming, and Larry Seward is there live where people are starting to line up. Larry, I'm guessing it's a mix of excitement and sadness.
and spending money, Rick. Like, you could call this dome shopping right now, looking for some Astrodome swag. Here you got cards, you got t-shirts. Look at all the people that are lined up here in the tent trying to get their hands on this stuff. It's even more impressive if I turn and show you the parking lot. This is the entrance to the dome coming as people are coming in, Astros fans, old Oilers fans, here to celebrate the legacy of the dome and relive some of those memories. I see an Astros fan here.
Yes,
sir,
sir.
tell us your name and what is your favorite Astrodome memory?
My name's Chris, and probably my favorite memory is seeing my dad go crazy when Nolan Ryan struck out the last batter to end the game. I think that was, if I'm right, I think that was the year that he was flip-flopping with Carlton, and I think that strikeout put him ahead of Carlton.
So needless to say, the Astrodome means a lot to you. I see your family here. Introduce me here. Who do we have here?
This is Richard.
Richard, what's up?
Hi, Marisol.
Marisol?
Angelica.
And Halika. So what are you guys going to do when you get inside the dome? Because I know it's going to be a lot of waiting and a lot of just looking.
Right.
But this is valuable to you.
Well, this is where I first saw my first Major League Baseball game, and I wanted to share with my son, especially my wife and I used to go on dates here when we were in college, and my daughter hadn't seen it, so I just wanted to share with them, you know, where I saw Major League Baseball, what I still think is the best park in baseball. So.
We've heard that a lot. Thank you for your time. I do want to show you this. I've seen a lot of old Oiler stuff, and you got to see these. Look at these sweatshirts here. We've got old Houston Oilers sweatshirts. You guys are here to celebrate the dome. What's your favorite memory?
This is my first time.
Really?
Yes.
I had season tickets for the Oilers.
Okay, so for you, what's your favorite memory?
The Oilers winning.
Any game?
She was at that thing with when they had
The thing, you can't just say the thing.
All of them.
The thing where they had the bus come in and they had a surprise.
Oh, yes, after the playoff
The one
game.
that
Well, listen, there are a lot of
Pittsburgh
Oilers
stole away
fans,
from them.
a lot of Astros fans here. People just remember Astro World. They're playing the music from Love You Blue. They're playing the Oilers. Lots of fun out here. There's a stage set up behind me. I'll just turn around and show you here before I kick it back to you. Lots of festivities, and then, of course, you have the big thing of going inside the dome and seeing it as it is for the last time. We'll have more coming up at 4:30. For now, we are live at NRG Park. Larry Seward, KHOU 11 News.
So many great memories.
Yeah, for some people, favorite memory will be today because it will be
Yeah.
their first memory. Thanks, Larry. We asked for some of your favorite memories of the Astrodome. One woman writes, seeing Elvis in concert when I was little, wearing my purple cowgirl outfit, sitting in the purple seats. Purple's still my favorite color.
Ah, that is a good memory. And Jennifer says selling hot dogs and beer at the Astrodome was one of her first jobs. You can join in on the conversation on our Facebook page. And of course, we have so much more coverage on Dome coming on our website, including a slideshow of the Dome's history and that incredible video from Drone 11. It's all on KHOU.com and our KHOU app. And coming up in our next half hour, we are dispelling myths about the Astrodome.
Was the dome, for example, built on ancient burial grounds? That's just one of the mysteries we're digging into.
Plus, is your personal information safe on Facebook? The changes the social media giant says it's making to protect your privacy.
Plus, a sheriff's sign has the support of gun advocates, but others worry it will provoke criminals to act out.
And here's a look at your drive times for the evening commute. Some new details today in Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian meddling in the U.S. election.
Federal agents have seized documents from President Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen, and Cohen's attorney says the search warrants are related to the Robert Mueller investigation, but called the search inappropriate and unnecessary. Cohen has been under heavy scrutiny for his $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels, of course, the adult film actress who claims she had an affair with President Trump. 21 Indian children have died after a school bus skidded off a mountain road and plunged into a gorge in the Himalayas. Police say the driver was speeding and lost control, then dropped 200 feet. The accident happened about 300 miles from New Delhi. Rescue operations continuing into the night to try and pull children to safety.
A sign in Harris County, Georgia, is causing a lot of controversy. It warns visitors, if you kill someone, we might kill you back. Sheriff Mike Jolly put up the sign this past week. It also warns that most residents have weapons and that the county has 1 jail and 356 cemeteries. This is not the first time this Georgia sheriff has posted controversial signs, but plenty of people are commenting about the new one on Facebook. Tim says Sheriff Jolly is just letting all those crazies and criminals know that we take care of our own here in Harris County, Georgia. I, for one, carry proudly as I served 23 years active military to protect our freedom. But Leslie asks, what happened to trials and judges? The Wild West is over. This sign just amps up the borderline crazies.
And speaking of Facebook, when you log in today, you may notice some changes. Facebook is taking measures now to give users more privacy. Laura Podesta shows us what to look for.
There are two new links at the top of your Facebook feed. One tells you if your digital data may have fallen into the hands of Cambridge Analytica. That's the political consulting firm that was able to harvest information from some 87 million Facebook users.
Facebook is showing that they're trying to make a lot of changes fast and trying to regain everyone's trust.
CNET senior editor Bridget Carey says another new link lets you manage apps that you logged into with your Facebook account. In many cases, these apps can read your online activity. Now you can find out what information they're sharing.
Going forward, apps that connect with Facebook can no longer see things like your religious views, your political preferences, your relationship status. It can't go really deep and even see the videos you like or the fitness activity that you've shared because of what you had on your fitness tracker.
The changes come as CEO Mark Zuckerberg gets ready to testify before Congress on Tuesday.
Advertisers are not going to be too happy with all these changes because you and I may feel more protected with our information, but a lot of groups have depended on going into Facebook and using all this data to be able to hyper-target you and what you're interested in to send you ads.
Carey says the new steps may guard our data in the future, but what we've done in the past on Facebook is already out there. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
And Facebook is rolling out those changes gradually, so you may not see them all today.
Well, one trending topic that you will find on Facebook today is National Unicorn Day. We asked you to share pictures to show how you're celebrating. Like, can you call it a holiday? I don't know, but people have. Boy, did they send some awesome photos.
If I'd known, I would have gotten you a card.
Oh, come on, Jason. It's okay. Next year, a unicorn Whataburger t-shirt, a sweet baby with the unicorn stuffed animal, unicorn slippers, and of course, cakes with unicorn decorations. It's really just a colorful celebration across Houston.
And a lot of pressure on Brooks now because with this Unicorn Day, we need a magical forecast.
Well, you've got it. Come on, think Puff the Magic Dragon. You know, the misty mountains, you know, sing the song with me. This is
what
the
does that have
weather.
to do with unicorns?
Well, you know, he's a dragon. Dragons and unicorns, it's all the same thing.
They live...
Don't dragons eat unicorns?
Well, you know, they exist together in the same world.
I'm going to stop this madness.
Come on.
Let's
We're
move
going to
on.
talk about the weather.
Gosh, you just destroyed my childhood and all my previous beliefs. Okay, weather-wise, we've got clouds. It is misty. Yes, I see Puff the Magic Dragon wafting through those skies. All right, here we go. Keep a boardwalk in. Beautiful shot there as far as the view, but the clouds, oh boy, they've been hanging tough. So warmer weather tomorrow. The sun comes out. It'll be near 80 for the middle and late part of the week, and another cold front's coming Friday. We're going to see a repeat. We're not done with spring yet, which is a good thing if you ask my electric bill. 64 degrees was a temperature I saw